There is a war happening right now, and you are losing it. You don't see the soldiers, and you don't hear the explosions, but the casualties are real. The battlefield is your mind, and the prize is your attention. Every time you pick up your phone without a purpose, every time you let a notification break your focus, and every time you consume a piece of information that doesn't nourish your soul, you are surrendering your territory. You are becoming a digital ghost, a shadow of the person you were meant to be. In the sacred shrines of Nikko, Japan, there is a world-famous carving of 3 monkeys. You know them: Mizaru, who sees no evil; Kikazaru, who hears no evil; and Iwazaru, who speaks no evil. Most people think this is a simple moral lesson about avoiding sin. They are wrong. It is an ancient psychological survival manual. It is a system for selective ignorance, the only way to remain sane and powerful in a world designed to keep you distracted and weak. Give me exactly 12 minutes, and I will show you how to build an invisible fortress around your brain. I am going to reveal the black screen protocol, a strategy used by the most elite focused minds in Japan to filter out the noise of the modern world. If you stay until the very end, I will reveal the forbidden silence of the 4th monkey, a secret level of mastery that almost no one talks about, but that changes everything about how you influence reality. If you feel overwhelmed, anxious, and constantly pulled in 1,000 directions, good, that exhaustion is the signal that your defenses have been breached. Let's rebuild the walls of your temple. To understand the true power of the 3 monkeys, we have to look at the master of the mirror. Centuries ago, a young warrior approached a Zen master and complained that the world was too loud. He couldn't find peace because of the gossip of the village, the news of distant wars, and the constant demands of his family. The master handed him a mirror and said, "Look at this. Does the mirror complain when it reflects a garbage heap? Does it grow proud when it reflects a sunset? No, it reflects everything, but it keeps nothing. It is a perfect filter." This is the first open loop we need to close. Your mind was meant to be a mirror, but you have turned it into a sponge. A sponge absorbs everything, including the filth. A mirror reflects the world but remains untainted. The 3 monkeys Mizaru, Kikazaru, and Iwazaru are the guards at the gates of your mirror. They are the filter of attention. Why are you constantly tired? It's not physical exhaustion. It is information fatigue. Your brain is processing 10,000 times more data than your ancestors did, and most of that data is toxic. It is the evil the monkeys are warning you about. In this context, evil isn't just immorality. It is anything that devalues your presence and wastes your life energy. Let's break down the first guard, Mizaru, the sovereignty of the eye. See no evil in the digital age. This means do not look at that which does not serve your purpose. Every time you scroll through a feed of people you don't like, or news that makes you angry but you cannot change, you are committing a crime against your own focus. Your visual cortex is the most powerful part of your brain. What you see, you become. The masters of the lone wolf path understood that the eyes are the windows to the soul's energy. If you leave the windows open during a dust storm, the house will get dirty. Practicing Mizaru means being ruthlessly selective about what you allow into your visual field. It is the selective blindness of the elite. Think about the Shokunin masters we discussed before. When they are working, they don't look at the sky, they don't look at their neighbors. They look at the grain of the wood. Their world is 4 inches wide. This is the Mizaru Focus. They have blinded themselves to the rest of the universe so they can be gods in their own craft. Are you protecting your eyes? Or are you letting every advertiser and every algorithm hijack your retina? Now, we meet the second god, Kikazaru, the fortress of the ear. Hear no evil. We live in a world of constant opinions. Everyone has a voice, and everyone wants you to hear it. But most of what you hear is noise. It is the hollow talk that drains your ambition and replaces it with doubt. Kikazaru is the practice of sacred silence. In the ancient monasteries, there were periods of Mona where no one was allowed to speak or listen to anything but the sound of nature. This wasn't a punishment, it was a recharge. When you stop listening to the trivial, you start hearing the essential. You start hearing the vertical voice, your own intuition. In your life, Kikazaru means muting the critics who haven't built anything. It means turning off the background noise of the television. It means realizing that you don't need to have an opinion on everything. Silence is not empty. It is full of the answers you've been looking for, but you can't hear them because your ears are full of the world's garbage. The third god is Iwazaru, the discipline of the tongue. Speak no evil. This is the most difficult one. We have a biological urge to talk, to complain, and to seek validation. But every word you speak is a leak of energy. In the Japanese tradition of Kotodama, it is believed that words have spirits. When you speak of your goals before they are achieved, you burn the energy required to complete them. You get the dopamine hit of the praise without doing the work. This is the ultimate motenai of the soul. Iwazaru is about economic speech. Say only what is necessary. Say only what is true. To say only what is kind. If it is none of those, remain in the void. By speaking less, your words gain the weight of iron. When you finally do speak, the world listens because they know. You don't waste your breath on shadows. But how do we apply this to a world that demands our attention 24/7? This leads us to the black screen protocol. This is a modern adaptation of the Enza no Matsuku we learned in the Fiducian training. The black screen protocol is a daily ritual where you intentionally kill your digital world for the first 2 hours of your day and the last hour before sleep. Your screens must remain black. They are the evil that the monkeys are guarding against during these hours. You are practicing the 3 guards simultaneously. You see no digital noise. You hear no algorithmic opinions. You speak no hollow validation. You will feel an intense itch. You will feel boredom. But boredom is simply the detox process of a mind that has been poisoned by dopamine. On the other side of that, boredom is a level of clarity that will make you feel like a giant among pygmies, while the rest of the world is waking up and immediately surrendering with attention to a 6-inch piece of glass. You are building your fortress. You are practicing Motonai by protecting your most sacred resource, your first thoughts of the day. Why does this matter? Because your attention is the only thing you truly own. Your money can be taken, your health can fail, your status can vanish, but your ability to choose where you place your focus is the definition of freedom. If you do not control your attention, someone else will, and they will use it to build their dreams, not yours. They will use your Mizaru energy to sell you products you don't need. They will use your Kikazaru energy to fill you with fears that don't exist. Practicing the filter of attention is the ultimate act of lone wolf sovereignty. It is saying to the world, you do not have permission to enter my mind. Most people who watch this video will close it and immediately commit visual Motonai. They will look at the suggested videos. They will fall back into the swamp of gray ink. They will let the 3 monkeys fall asleep at the gates of their temple. But not you. You are still here because you are tired of being a pawn in the attention economy. You are ready to be the master of the mirror. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, do not reach for the phone. Look at the wall. Look at the light. Practice Mizaru. Listen to the silence of the room. Practice Kik. And before you say a word to anyone else, speak your intent to yourself in the void. Practice Iwazaru.n now. As promised, the forbidden silence of the 4th monkey. In some rare versions of the carving, there is a 4th monkey named Shizaru. He is often depicted with his hands covering his abdomen or his groin. He symbolizes do no evil, but in the deeper esoteric sense, he represents Seishin, the purity of action. Shizaru is the monkey of immovable integrity. It means that once you have filtered what you see, hear, and speak, your actions must be as sharp and clean as a samurai's blade. You don't just think about focus. You've become focus in motion. You have been a victim of the noise for too long. You have let the world shout in your ears until you couldn't hear your own heart. But today, the noise stops. Today, the gods are awake. The battle for your mind is far from over. But for the first time, you have the shield. Do not ask for a quieter world. Ask for a more disciplined filter. The screen is fading. The silence is returning. What will you do with the next 60 seconds of your focus? If you are ready to reclaim your attention and build your mental fortress, type Mizaru in the comments below. Let the world know that your mind is no longer a public park but a sacred temple. Subscribe to complete your journey. Our next lesson will reveal the Harahashibu mental, how to work at 80% to achieve 200% results. Until then, stay silent, stay focused, stay sovereign, Zanzi.